Hello, everybody, and welcome to the top 5 new comics for February 5th of 2025. I'm, as always, Chris, and let's talk about some really cool comics coming out. Rare week where Marvel has more than DC. I know you see the Marvel flag behind me. I tend to be more of a Marvel fan, but listen, DC's been doing great recently, but we got some cool, exciting stuff from Marvel coming up. But let's start with DC, with Batman 157. This is written by Chip Zdarsky with art by Tony S. Daniels and Jorge Jimenez with colors by Tomeu Morey. First, let me start. Tony S. Daniels, haven't seen something from him in my viewpoint since the Noctura book he did with Scott Snyder. It's been a minute. So really cool to see him back on some sort of interiors. I'm assuming the backup story to whatever this issue is going to be. But at its core, in the last issues, I guess spoilers for Batman 156, but you should be reading it. I don't know. We learned that Commander Star is actually KGB Beast, which was a really cool reveal. KGB Beast, one of those characters who, whenever he shows up, I'm just really excited about it because he's a fun villain to have around. Another one of those, like, I always say when it comes to like characters like Red Skull or Baron Zemo, or basically anybody who's a true blue 100% Nazi, it's an easy villain to hate right away. KGB Beast is a similar villain. Comes from that similar idea from Cold War era comics where, Russia bad. And to see him back in the book in a major way with this infiltrating Gotham by becoming a pseudo hero wearing the American flag in a very Captain America-esque way was a cool twist for what Chip is doing here. And then we still got the Court of Owls in the background. We still got the fate of Jim Gordon and that whole murder mystery in the background. Chip's just building a lot of really cool elements into this story arc that will be his last for Batman as we lead into Batman Hush 2. Just super excited. I believe next issue is the last issue of Chip's run, so I'm sure this is going to be, as the cover suggests, a big fight between Batman and Commander Star, and a lead up to a resolution to everything that Chip has done over the past couple of years with this book. It's bittersweet. I really enjoyed Chip's time when he was on his path of his storyline, and just look forward to the future of Batman. But this issue in particular, I'm really excited about because of the fight, because we get to learn more about what the Court of Owls are going to be doing, what they have been doing. Another set of villains that we haven't seen in a while in a major way in the Batman comics. So just a lot of cool things here that I'm really excited about with the story arc, the villain, the return of a great artist. Awesome stuff all around. Batman's been a great book. After that, I've got Power Man Timeless #1. This is written by Jackson Lanzing and Colin Kelly with art by Bernard Chang and colors by Marcelo Maiolo. So you may remember, I believe it was 2 years ago's end of year one shot for Marvel, the Timeless one shot that Lanzing and Kelly did. And it followed this version of Luke Cage, Power Man, that had the Iron Fist, that had the power of the century, and also was gamma radiated. So it was this like super powerful version of an already super powerful character in a potential future for the Marvel Universe. And it kind of just went away. Obviously, we all know what happened in that time frame with Kang in the MCU and the shift to Doctor Doom and all these things. And the comics followed suit. So some of those storylines that were teased throughout these Timeless books through the years were pushed to the side a little bit in favor of doing something with Doctor Doom, seeing as we're leading up to a big Doctor Doom story in the MCU. Love it or hate it, that's the reality of Marvel Comics today as they sit. So to see Marvel give Lanzing and Kelly a shot at doing that Power Man story as its own little mini series, I believe it's a 4-issue series, was really exciting because I thought they had a cool thing there that had a lot of promise and interesting ideas behind it. And to get more of it, I just really am stoked about. I'll be excited to get this book in hand when it comes Wednesday. Great creative team. Chang is under art, just one of the best guys at Marvel right now doing art. I love his work. And then Lanzing and Kelly, just two guys who we refer to as hive mind because they always work together on their books. And I truly can't think of a title they've done. DC, Marvel, independent, hell, the Star Trek book they did. It's all just quality work that I thoroughly enjoy. So love seeing them get work and love seeing them get to finish the storyline that they set up so many years ago with this. Even as someone that's not a big Luke Cage fan, honestly, or a Iron Fist fan, or a Hulk fan, really. There's just a lot of cool things here that come together with a great creative team. I think could be something really cool. After that, we've got The Ultimates, number 9. This is written by Dennis Camp with art by Chris Allen, colors by Federico Blee, letters by Travis Lanham. Speaking of Luke Cage, Luke Cage, we're finding the ultimate Luke Cage in this issue. I'm sure in some way he's joining the Ultimates in this issue or having some sort of connection with the Ultimates in this issue. I just have really loved the Ultimate Universe as a whole, as I've said a billion times on this. And the Ultimates book being the all-encompassing world book for this initiative, they've done a fantastic job. Dennis Camp is a guy who, prior to this book, was not a name on my radar, and post this book has definitely jumped on my radar because he's done a phenomenal job doing this. Between this, the one-shots, and everything else he's done with this, it's been great. We still got in the lurk, like, is Tony Stark really dead? He's kind of in that Bapta tank kind of thing. What are the Ultimates doing as a team right now? How are they dealing with the failure of fighting the Ultimate Hulk? Just so many things here. And parallels to the previous book, like I said, we have Luke Cage in this issue. We talked about Ultimate Hulk, who was also the Iron Fist. And just getting to see more characters get their comeuppance in the universe and figure out who they are in this new version of the Ultimate Universe is really what I want out of this book more than anything. I love when we introduce new characters and show where they are and how they fit into as a piece of the puzzle for this series. Ultimate's been really great. And after that, I have Star Wars, Legacy of Vader, number 1. This is written by Charles Soule with art by Luke Ross, colors by Nolan Woodard, and letters by Joe Caramagna. We're in this new era of Star Wars comics, post Return of the Jedi. We just learned about what the main Star Wars title is going to be for Marvel moving forward, and I'm sure that'll be a top 5 down the line because I just love Star Wars and Star Wars comics. And just getting to learn more about this time period, this huge stretch of time between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens, has been something that fans have been asking for a while now in the Star Wars fandom, because not only is there a huge chunk of time, but there was a huge change in the galactic universe, the politics of the world, the characters of the world in that time frame too, that while very different, remained a lot of the same. And at the center of it is always the Skywalkers, but at the center of it is really Kylo Ren. And love him or hate him, I thought, especially in that first movie as he came out, he was a cool new version of Darth Vader, a great Sith to add to the mythos. And then obviously the reveal, I guess spoilers for all those movies if you didn't watch them, but the big reveal that he was the son of Han and Leia was gigantic as well. So to get to learn more about him and how he fits, how his ascendancy fits into the new order, this new version of the Galactic Empire, the Sith of the world, all that I'm just super excited for. And the taglines for this promise, the rise of the First Order, the reign of Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and how his obsession with his past and his family lineage leads him to Mustafar and leads him to Fortress Vader, which was always an iconic place for original trilogy Star Wars fans. So Charles Soule has always been really good with Star Wars stuff. He's been on so many different things between the main Star Wars book for a while, the novels he's written, some of the side books he's written. He's a guy I supremely trust with the Star Wars IP more than most. So exciting to see him on board again, even if he is taking a bit of a backseat now and letting somebody else helm the main Star Wars book, bring new blood into it. To see him still kind of bringing his ideas and his thoughts and his stories into this world is super exciting. And then we will end with Gatchaman, Only One Earth number 1. This is written by Tommy Lee Edwards with art by Nuno Plati. So I've so enjoyed the Gatchaman comics as they've been coming out. I think Mad Cave really found a hidden gem here to bring to the comic book world and to reintroduce to the world as a whole, being as it had this long-running anime series back in the 70s and has since disappeared. And now to bring it back with so many great creative teams has been a ton of fun. It has that lighthearted, fun, cartoony feel to it while telling some really interesting stories inside of it. Collin Bunn and crew on the main book have been doing a great job of just telling this Saturday morning cartoon style comic, while these side books have jumped into some more, I don't want to say serious, but just deeper storylines. So while I really enjoy the main book, the side books as a whole get me a little bit more excited for it. And to see Ken get his comeuppance in this book. He always seemed like kind of the leader of the team, and getting a solo book for 4 issues just promises to be a ton of fun. I said it once, said it a million times, Mad Cave Studios, the logo is synonymous with quality to me at this point. When they put something out, whether it's something for me or not, or something I like or don't like, it's rarely I don't like it because of the quality of the book. Their quality standards have been top notch, and they just need to keep it up. They need to keep putting out good books with great creative teams and trying new things. And I think they've successfully been doing that for years now, and I hope to see them continue that lineage moving forward. So everybody, that was all for this week. Remember, if you want to follow me, best ways to do it are at Fortress Chris on any social media of your choice, whether that's Blue Sky, X, Threads. I'm there posting stuff, promoting stuff, talking about random stuff. And also you can follow my Substack, chriscomicscorner.substack.com. And then I have my weekly podcasts, which both post on this YouTube channel in 2 forms, as the regular news section and the interviews that we do every week in 2 separate videos, or as an audio podcast, Fortress of Comic News, which you can find on any podcast service of your choice. If you look it up and you can't find it on your podcast service, comment down below and say which one it is, and I will get it up there for you. And if you want to support this video and this channel, best ways to do it are on this video, like the video, comment down below which one of these is your favorite of the top 5, which one did I miss, what books are you looking forward to this week, let me know. And subscribe to the channel to make sure you keep getting the videos as well as all the podcast videos every week. And I want to thank you all so much for watching here this week, and I'll see y'all here next week.